my name is Katie, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing like part 2 of the full face of neglected makeup. So I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using products that I just haven't used in a long time. I've just been hanging about on my collection and I just haven't given them the love that they may or may not deserve. So obviously I've already done one of these videos which will already be up, but because I've got so much damn makeup I thought 2 videos would work. Okay, so primer. As I mentioned in my first video, I neglect most of my primers, to be honest, because I don't really wear primers that much on the regular. It's because it's like just extra time that I don't really have, especially if I'm going to work or whatever. But I thought I would go with this one. It's called Bio Aqua True Isolation Day Protection Makeup Base. And this is another product that I got for my full face of Amazon video. So it's a very cheap primer. I think it's like Chinese or something because it's got that kind of writing on it. I don't really remember how this performed. I think I liked it. It's just kind of like a moisturizer texture from what I remember. So I'm just going to pop this on all over my face. But leave my eyelids out like I did in my first video, just because again I will do my eyeshadow first. Yeah, it's basically just like a moisturizer, which I mean I like moisturizers, so I guess that's cool. Okay, we're just rubbing this. I can't tell if it's the product that's a bit dry or it's my face that's quite dry. Probably my face. This is like kind of difficult to blend. Could just be my face. I feel like I'm pulling up my skin. Okay, it's a little bit better on this side, but yeah, I feel like I'm pulling up my skin to like blend this in, which is weird. I don't remember it doing this. Oh, and now my face is getting kind of red as well. There's something a bit off about this primer. I felt like really like I was tugging and pulling at my skin to blend it in, and like I don't know, I thought it was kind of maybe my face is just dry today, but I don't feel like I've had that problem with primers before. So I mean it feels quite nice. I'm going to do my eyeshadow next, and I will need a base for some eyeshadow. So the 2 concealers that I've got, well, first I picked up the Essence Stale Day concealer. I don't know what the shade is, but it's obviously going to be the lightest one. I think the colour's probably a bit off because, I don't know, it's just likely with me. Yeah, it's a little bit orange toned, but I mean it's not a terrible colour. Like I've had worse colours when it comes to concealer, but yeah, I don't really remember if this was good or not. So I might use that one on my eyelids. And I also picked up the Sleek colour correcting palette, which again I don't think there's anything wrong with this, it's just not something that I've reached for. You just got lots of different colour correcting shades there. I just haven't used this very much recently. I did use it a lot when I first got it, but no, recently I've just not really gone for it. I guess I've just got other colour correctors that I reach for. But I'm actually quite excited to give this another go. I might discover that I really like it again. I think I'll just stick with the Essence concealer though to use my eyelids plural. I mean, I guess that did the job. Did give me a bit of coverage on the old eyelids. So I've picked up 2 powders. First one is a Laval pressed powder. This is a white powder. So obviously the fact that it is a white powder means that I just naturally don't go for it very often. This is the kind of thing that I'd probably use to set like under my eyes or areas where I kind of want to be a bit more highlighted. I did use like white powder when I was doing like some Halloween looks, but I kind of more so reached for the Stargazer one. I didn't really go for this one very much, and it's obviously been a while since I've used this, so I can't remember if it's good, if it does like have a really brightening effect or whatever, but I guess we'll find out soon. And the other powder I got is the MUA Pro Base Prime and Conceal powder, and this is like the kind of colour correcting one. It's got like the 4 shades there, and I did put this into my kind of like rotation makeup, which is like the makeup I try to use like on a more regular basis. I put this in not long ago, but then I kind of took it out because I wanted to include it in this video. But yeah, I did use it like once or twice, so I remember thinking it was alright, so I think I will use this one to set the eyelids. Okay, so for eyeshadow I've picked up two palettes. The first one is the Makeup Revolution Redemption palette, and this is one that came in the advent calendar. It was like on the last day, and I actually do quite like this palette. I've used it a bit, but I've just not reached for it like loads. It is a really pretty colour selection. I do really like it. It's just, I guess I've got other palettes that I kind of reach for more. And also I picked up the Gosh Smoky Nudes palette, and when I first got this I actually really liked it and I did use it quite a lot. But I just guess as I've brought more eyeshadow over the years, I guess I've just kind of put this one to the back because I've just tried other things. But it is a really pretty palette and I did really like this back in the day. So I've got these two palettes, so that gives me a lot of colours to make a look with, and I ain't got a clue what I'm doing as per usual. So prepare yourself for a very random look. Let's start with this kind of glimmery sort of peachy orangey colour here in the Gosh Smoky Nudes palette. I'm going to start with this one and I'm going to pop this through my crease. That is definitely more of a subtle eyeshadow. It's not very bam, it just kind of gives you a bit of a sheen. I think I'm going to go in with this shade here from the Redemption palette. It's kind of like a light browny orangey shade with a bit of shimmer. I think I'll pop that one for my crease as well. Let's make this intense. I'm going to go with this kind of deep maroony colour here from the Smoky Nudes palette. Quite a dark reddy maroon colour. I'm going to pop this one in my crease a little bit underneath what I've done. I feel like it looks more brown when you put it on the eyes. I feel like some of the red kind of goes. I'm going to get this brown colour here now in the Gosh Smoky Nudes. I'm going to pop this into the outer third area of my eye, I think. I'm making such a mess. Look at the fallout. Oh my god. What is going on here? I think I'm going to get this colour here. It's like a kind of deep gold colour. I think I'm going to use that one to place in the centre of my eyelid. And I'll just use my fingers for this. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. I really was not trying to go super dark for this look, but it's just kind of happened. But the shade is really pigmented and nice. Okay, I think I'll get the white from the Smoky Nudes palette at the end here, and I'll use that one under my brow bone. Okay, I think I'll keep our eyeshadow at that. I've gone really dark and grungy again. This was not what I intended to do, but this just kind of happened, you know. Although actually it will work with the eyeliner that I've got. I've got the new Look eyeliner. It's in the shade Black Plum, and I thought I'd run this one over my like lash line area. It's a very kind of like deep purpley, reddy, browny colour. Again, nothing wrong with it, just haven't really reached for it. I just tend to go more so for black liners anyway, and this one may need a bit of a sharpen. We're going to run this over the like lash line area. To do the waterline, I've picked up the NYX Black Noir Eye and Eyebrow Pencil. It's just pretty much a standard black kohl liner. I've found it a bit like dry in the past. It's just not been my favourite liner, but we'll give it a go on our waterlines. Okay, I mean, like, it's an alright liner, but I just feel like I've got way better ones than this. Mascaras, I'm going to go with a similar theme as I did in my first video and just pick out some more mascaras I have that I just starting to dry up, therefore I just don't reach for them very much anymore. So I think I'll go for 3 more this time. I think I'll use the Gosh Growth Mascara. This is the Secret of Longer Lashes one. And I do have a first impressions a while back, and I just wasn't very impressed by this one actually when I first got it, and afterwards, I don't know, it just didn't give a lot of volume and I didn't notice any growth with it. I've also got the New Look False Lash Extreme Volume Mascara, which I do actually really like this one. This one's pretty good. And I've got the Bourjois Push Up Volume Glamour Black Serum, which again, I do really like this one as well, but these are just starting to dry up, so they don't work as well as they used to. So I'm going to go in with all 3 of these. So I'll start with the Gosh one. It's just like really meh to me. So I'm going to go with the New Look one now. Right, and we'll finish off with the Bourjois Push Up, is that what it's called? Mascara. Not the best lashes in the world, but they will do. I'm now just going to repeat the exact same 3 mascaras on the other eye. So let's move on to some base products. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got the Sleek Colour Correcting Kit, so I think I'll use some colour correcting before we go in with any foundation. Okay, so I'm going to use the Bright Yellow in here, this one right here. I'm going to use this one under my eyes, just because that's what yellow is supposed to be used for, and that's what I use it for anyway. To correct any purpleness you got going on under your eyes. I'm going to just use my finger and blend a bit of this under my eyes. It is quite creamy and it actually seems quite pigmented, which is good. I'm now going to go in with the, where are we? The green colour here, and I'm going to use this one on all the kind of red areas and like blemishes on my face, and also a bit on my nose, just anything that's really red. I'm going to put this green on. I'm just saying that these colour correctors work okay, like they're decent, but I think I prefer the collection ones just because I find that they're quite pigmented, and I don't know, I just feel like they give really good coverage, whereas these ones, I mean, they're giving some coverage and I think it will look okay once I've got foundation on top, but it's just not got the same kind of like pigment as the collection ones that I've used. So foundation now, and I think I'm going to use this Lottie London Selfie Ready Medium Coverage Matte Foundation, which I did use in the first impressions a few months back, and I think I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was good, but not amazing. And the colour's a tiny bit off, so I will have to put a bit of a white mixer in with this. But yeah, I don't remember this being like a bad foundation or anything, but it's just not something that I've reached for. I've just got foundations that I like quite a lot more than this one. But yeah, so that's what the colour's like. So it's not too bad. Like that could be a worse colour, but I will put a little bit of white mixer in. I'm going to use the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer because this is one of my faves. We've got a little mix in the back of our hand. I'm just going to coat my face to death with foundation. I think this foundation looks okay. It's a little bit like greasy it feels, but it's given a reasonable amount of coverage. It doesn't look really textured or like weird. It's not clinging to any weird areas. It's a decent foundation. It's not my favourite though. It's just, I don't know, I just feel like I have better foundations than this, but it's not bad by any means. I think I'll use a little bit of the Essence Concealer, even though the colour's a bit off. Only a little bit. Just any extra coverage I want. Yeah, this concealer's not particularly impressive. It's given a little bit of coverage, I guess, but it's not an awful lot. Again, it's starting to get a little bit dark outside, so sorry about that. Still haven't set up my lights. I mean, will I ever? Probably. but you know what I'm like, I'm just lazy and unorganised and too many things to do. So powder time now. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got the Laval White Press powder. So I think I'll use this to set my under eyes, and I don't know, maybe I'll set like more of the highlighty areas of my face. Let me just get my brush. Right, we'll start under our eyes and then we'll see where we go from there. I think that works alright under the eyes, so it's not like too intense of a white, so like you look really like ghostly. It's okay actually. I think I will just use this to kind of highlight the centre places of my face. So I'll do a bit on my forehead, a bit down my nose, cupid's bow, chin, you know, like the areas that you would like highlight in. I think I'll just use it to set those. Okay, and then I'll go in with the MUA colour correcting powder to do the rest of my face. Okay, cool. I think my base turned out a bit better than in my first video. It doesn't actually look too bad. Pretty good. Pretty happy with the products. Okay, so for bronzer, I've got a Makeup Revolution one. This is the Vivid Baked bronzer in Ready to Go, and it's a very pretty bronzer, does the job. I just got lots of other bronzers that I reach for more, which is a similar theme in this video. But again, nothing wrong with it, it's just not my favourite ever. So just going to pop a bit of this through our cheeks and on our forehead. And for blush, I've picked up the H&M Pure Radiance Powder Blusher, and this one's in Frosty Pink, just a nice pink colour. I've used this a few times. I think I used it in my unicorn makeup video a few months back. Other than that, I don't know how often I really use this. So I'm just going to pop a bit of this into my cheeks. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going to use a Makeup Revolution highlight. This one's called Baked Highlighter, and this is again one I got from the advent calendar. It's just a very icy white goldy kind of toned highlighter, and I've just got loads of highlighters that I prefer, but again, I think this works really well. It's been a while since I've used it, so I can't remember. It seems pretty pigmented, so let's go for it. I mean, I'll just put that on my arm actually, it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm just using my little highlighter brush, and we're just going to pop this into the usual places. That's pretty nice. Okay, I think that's a pretty nice highlighter. Again, it's not my favourite. I think you do have to build this one up quite a bit. But I mean, it is really pretty. It's really nice. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't wow me like some highlighters do. Right, I'm going to do some eyebrows now. I'm going to start with this Gosh Defining Brow Gel. This is just a clear brow gel. I kind of just reach for anything when it comes to clear brow gels. But for some reason I haven't been picking this one up as much. I think this one's probably starting to run out a bit as well. It feels like it is. But yeah, I'm just going to use this today to brush through my brows initially and also to set them in place. Yeah, there's not a damn thing wrong with this at all. I just think it's really hard to do clear brow gels wrong, to be honest. So I'll just use anything. To fill them in, I'm going to use the Essence Eyebrow Gel. This is the Colour and Shape one, and mine is in the shade 01 Brown. That's what the colour looks like. Pretty good colour for me. I always go for like dark brown colours. This is a pomade, and I don't know, I've not really used pomades very much recently because I'm more so into just using either a pencil and a coloured gel or just a coloured gel on its own. So I haven't really reached for pomades recently, but I'll give this one a go today. Okay, just going to fill our brows in using this pomade. It's a little bit dry, but not too bad actually. It's definitely some moisture there. I think they look pretty good actually. I think the fact that it's a bit drier means that it comes out a bit more like natural, which I like. As I've mentioned before, that's what I'm kind of going for more so at the moment, more natural, thicker, bushier brows, with not really much precision to them. I'm going to again use the Gosh Gel just to set those into place. I So I'm going to go back in with the Maroony Ready colour from the Gosh Smoky Nudes, and I'm just going to pop some of this under my lash line. I'm going to pop the Makeup Revolution highlighter into my inner corners. I'm going to go in with the same mascaras once again on our lower lashes. Okay, so to finish off with, I'm going to need a lipstick. To be honest, I think I neglect quite a lot of my lipsticks generally, just because on a more regular basis I just go for like a nude lip, so all of my colours that aren't nudes, which is quite a lot of them, just tend to get neglected. But I thought I would use this one from Topshop. It's in the shade Sashay Away, and it's like a very like deep browny colour, and it's really pretty. I have used it on occasion, but I don't use it that often. But I think it will work well with this look, so we're going to go in with this one. I really do like the Topshop lipsticks. Nice, so I think we're done. Just gonna clean it up a bit as usual and we'll be back. So this is the finished look. I think it's turned out pretty good. I've gone really grungy again. Like, I'm not intentionally trying to go grungy, it just kind of happens. I've got lipstick on my teeth. I'm feeling it. Eyeshadows worked pretty good, really like the lip colour. The base actually turned out pretty decent. I quite like the base, much better than the first look. The foundation actually looks pretty good. Still not my favourite foundation, but I think it turned out alright. The cheek products worked really well. The eyebrow products worked really well. I think I might try that Essence eyebrow pomade thing a bit more because it looks quite natural and I think it works pretty well. Yeah, overall I'm feeling it. I think the powders worked really well as well, so I'll use them more. The things I really have issues with, I found the primer a bit weird. It just felt quite dry when I was putting on my skin and wouldn't blend very well. The Essence concealer is a bit meh. The Sleek colour correcting thing is okay, but I just feel like I'd much prefer the collection ones, and I think that they're more worth the money than the Sleek one. NYX eyeliner that I use in my waterline is okay, but it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't have quite the same amount of intensity as other eyeliners I've used, and it also feels quite sharp and dry when you're putting it on. The mascara doesn't look amazing, but again, I was using dried up mascaras, so I can't expect miracles there. But yeah, I think overall the look turned out pretty good. I'm super happy with it, and I will definitely use some more of these products more often. Others maybe not so much, but yes, I enjoyed both of these videos with the neglected makeup. So again, maybe this will inspire some people to try out some neglected makeup from their collection, and I'm super happy with how this has turned out once again. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you very soon. Bye!